This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I didn't want to say it last night, but I can say it today. The Rangers are back. 11 runs on 15 hits last night, 0 runs on 4 hits today as the Rangers' one-game winning streak comes to an end, and they get shut out 2-0 by Sonny Gray and the Cardinals. And here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, a longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. Bryce will continue his work. He'll be back with you on Monday with all that you need to know about this series and what we can look forward to on the road trip. But no doubt, I think all of us were kind of hoping that last night was not a one and done. I will say this, I'm not as upset or discouraged as maybe I would normally be, only because objectively, okay, I mean, that was a really big win for the Rangers last night, a really bad loss for the Cardinals, and you kind of knew going into the matchup today that Sonny Gray, who is their ace, he is the St. Louis ace, you figured he was going to come in and do what, good veteran ace pitchers usually do. And they most of the time, not all the time, but the good ones, when their team gets beaten really bad the day before, the good veteran aces come in and they crank their game up to a different level. And we saw Sonny Gray do exactly that. I mean, he was dominant. That might be, he may not have a better outing than that all season long. 10 strikeouts, dominant, no pressure at all. The Rangers only had one runner in scoring position the entire game. So all that to say, okay, bad loss, shutout, disappointing, wanted to see it continue. All that to say is if the Rangers come back tomorrow with Jacob deGrom on the mound, they score runs, they score more runs than the other team, and they win the game and win the series, I'll feel a lot better. Like I said, wanted to see more today, was hoping that, they would get another big number on the board. Didn't work out that way. But if they come back tomorrow, they're not facing Sonny Gray again tomorrow. If they come back tomorrow and score well, get more runs, and win, I will be okay with that. I'll take that.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, spoiler alert, we're not going to talk a lot about this one. We're going to hear from you via the comment crew coming up here in just a bit. I think giving credit where credit is due, like I said just a moment ago, Sonny Gray came in, stepped it up. We've seen a lot of pitchers this season have some of their best outings of the season facing the Rangers. So this is not new, but considering how well the Rangers looked last night collectively, for Sonny Gray to come in here the next day and completely just dominate them in a quick turnaround. Got to give him credit. Again, 7 innings, 4 hits, 10 Ks, only 1 walk, only 1 runner in scoring position. Props to Sonny Gray, the vet. He pitched really well, got the win, and now it's up to Jacob deGrom to come in tomorrow and do the same, bounce back and give the Rangers some zeros and let that offense bounce back and, not get shut out again, right? So, offensively, 4 hits. What are you going to say? Corey Seager, an infield hit in the bottom of the first. Hit number 2 was in the bottom of the 5th. Jake Berger, an infield single. Marcus Semien, good to see him get another hit today. That was a 2-out single to left. And then Alejandro Osuna in the bottom of the 7th, a 1-out hit. And that was it. That's all, folks, as they say. Thought in the bottom of the 8th, going up against Maton, pitcher that the Rangers know well, after that great leadoff walk for Marcus Semien, playing well. That was, I thought, an opportunity there. That might be, the turning point, if you will. But Higashioka has hit into the double play, and that was a wrap. It is worth noting the Rangers are you heard at the end of the broadcast, the only team in Major League Baseball this season that has yet to come back from a 2-run deficit. That's startling, to say the least. And that needs to, if the Rangers are going to come back and get their season turned around, that's a number, that's a stat that needs to go for sure. You got to get that fixed. The only other couple items of note before we get to your comments, I love Josh Smith, the way that he has played, but I mean, he is really, he is fighting it right now. I mean, he was given the night off last night. I thought that, maybe he was going to come back and could have a big game today. Like everybody else today, he struggled. And I think if you're Bruce, you got a guy right now in Sam Haggerty that is really hot. I think you just need to put Haggerty, give him a week. Let him stay at the top of the lineup for a little bit and let that play out. Let him just see how it goes. Ride with it, roll with it. We mentioned last night that Evan Carter had his first rehab assignment last night. He's going to continue through the weekend. Thought it was interesting. Evan Carter did not DH. He actually played in the field. So the fact that he was able to get in the field and play, that means to me that his quad is pretty good. And he was supposed to play 5 innings. He ended up playing 6. So I think the plan is he'll play tonight, play tomorrow, day off on Monday. He'll join the team and then be activated for the road trip, unless something happens. And then the other big note of today, Adolis Garcia benched again, did not play, and doesn't look like he's going to be in there tomorrow. Bruce Bochy said that they have a plan to try to get him right. And I will say this, in this day and age and with sports and money and, what have you done for me lately mentality, I do have to say, I respect Bruce Bochy and the Rangers. They could easily just kind of write him off and just say, okay, you're done, got to go. You don't have much time left on your contract. We're going to move on. But the fact that they're going to kind of, go rocky with him, eye of the tiger, and try to get him going again, I think that's something that, I think for the organization, if you're a player, I think that says, hey, they're an organization that, takes care of their players and tries to help them and tries to, back them up when they go through tough times. And so the fact that they're going to be patient with him and work with him and really try to get him turned around, we'll see what happens, but at least, they're going to try. And, the thing about where Adolis is at now is that, once you pull the plug, once that toothpaste gets out of the tube, it's over. So I think it's worth kind of one final shot to try to get him right, try to fix him. His defense has been, outstanding. Just spectacular this season. So, they have the luxury right now. They have, some good depth in the outfield. They can afford to, try to get him going. And we've talked about this from the opener, that when Adolis is playing well and he's confident and he's got that edge and that swagger and that cockiness, that is something that this team needs. They really do. They need, what could be better, right, than to have a cocky, confident stud Adolis Garcia, contributing and getting on base and getting big hits a lot. That would be great. So I hope it works. I'm pulling for him. I like the guy and love his defense. And I hope that, whatever this plan is, I hope that it works and he gets the time that he needs, and that when he comes back, kind of like what we're seeing with Marcus now, we can kind of get into June now, turn the page, turn the corner, and get this team going. All right, we're going to take our time out. When we come back, want to hear from you via the comment crew. Stick around. That is coming up next. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, it is that time, and as you know, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there has never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live. With player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays, fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. Now, here's a couple things you can do. You can look at which players are showing up in the big moments, and how could you can track their trends and help build your next bet, right? Or you can combine live prop bets mid-game based on how the action unfolds. So it's really cool. If you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. So make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Okay, welcome back to the Rangers Postcast. The Rangers fall to the Cardinals, shut out at home today by Sonny Gray and the Redbirds 2-0. Let's hear from you via the comment crew. We got Paul Wilson starting us off. Oh, well, enjoy the brief period of optimism. If we win the series tomorrow, it will be okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Paul. Alf says, well, dang, yesterday spoiled me. At least Simeon is hitting again. Yep, no doubt. Isaac Harlan says, well, dang, that was a bummer, but as long as they win tomorrow, that's a series win. Mother Pig says it was fun while it lasted. Alf says, can we get Pudge, Juan Gunn, Hamilton, and Rusty Greer out of retirement? Nice. Texas Hobby Ben says, unfortunately had a feeling. Yeah. Yeah, that's why as big as I was, we big as last night was, I didn't, you can't say definitively they're back, but I still think last night's performance was a different surprise than some of the other surprises we've seen over the last month, if that makes sense. I do think they're kind of back. I do think June is going to be a much better month for this team. I really do. And if I'm wrong, you guys will let me know, but I'll be the first to admit it. But I do think they're going to be back. Just tough today. Gray did what he was supposed to do, and he pitched really, really well. Mother Pig said, Al says they would still hit better than this crew. Yeah. Mother Pig says, I like Osuna's discipline at the plate. I wish the rest of the lineup would follow his lead. Yeah, that's fair. I think we're going to see more of that. But like I said, I think I would like to see. I know Bruce is trying to do everything, but I mean, you got a guy in Haggerty that's hot right now and kind of feeling it. I say you put him back up there at the top and just let him ride that out and see what he can do. Worst case scenario, in a week or two, you want to put him back down again, you can do that. But he's earned it. He's played well. He's making the most of the opportunity. Let's see what he can do. Robert Jones III says this series has shown two different Rangers. The Rangers we were supposed to be and the Rangers we have been. It's disappointing. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. And I think all of us agree. Tomorrow is tomorrow is a very meaningful and I think should be a very telling game for sure. Al says, I hope and pray Bombi can snap out of this. Might have to call Walcott up early. He's just as ready as Profar was when he called them up. Yeah, I think they have a little more time, but with Walcott, but we'll see. I think more than anything, I think they want to get Seager going and get Carter back and see if they can just kind of get Albombi back and try to get some consistency going where it's not, good game, bad game, bad game, good game, try to, like we've talked about, winning games, scoring runs, and winning series. Train Guy says, well, dang, so much for hoping they start turning stuff around. And the fact that we can't come back from 2 runs is frightening. Yeah, that number's got to go. Mother Pig says, on a bright note, the Rays beat the Astros 16-3. Yeah, that's they had a real bad one the other night too. So that's another, honestly, and I'm not being a homer here, but honestly, nobody is running away with the division, and so that's a real plus. And you have to hope that, and Bruce even said it today before the game, that look, the numbers that we've seen the first 2 months, they're not going to be there. It's not how the season's going to end. And so you hope that one silver lining is that hopefully the Rangers are really getting their worst baseball out of the way now, and there'll be some good things here over the next, here in June and in the second half. Alf says, agreed, our poor pitchers reminds me of Kevin Brown, elite pitcher, no run support. I actually had, Kevin Brown was very surly, but I had a great relationship with him. I talked to him a lot, and he was always good to me. Al says, we are so bad, I'm afraid Jerry Jones secretly bought the team. Chris says, this is why I don't get excited about this team scoring 11 runs. That doesn't matter going into the next game. Chris also says, of all the teams the Rangers should want to dominate the rest of the time is the Cardinals. And Alf, wrapping us up, says, for some reason, Bochy reminds me of Bobby Valentine. I'm not sure what I mean this respectfully, Alf. I'm not sure what you mean about that. I actually worked with Bobby. When I was at NBC Sports Radio for about 7 years, and he was our baseball guy. And so I would interview him once a week. I love Bobby. He's classic. I wish we, a lot of guys like him, I wish we would hear more of and see more of, and just their personality and their color and their wisdom too. I mean, they're good, smart baseball guys. And I thought he was a great manager. Good player too, back in the day, long time ago for that. All right. Well, look, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys. You could have just blown this show off and not weighed in after a loss, but you did anyway. Appreciate it very much. And quick turnaround, noon start tomorrow. And like we said, big win last night, tough one today, but with Jacob deGrom on the mound, if the Rangers can come back, bounce back, and win tomorrow, win the series, that will be a great way to wrap up the homestand and start the month of June. All right. Hey, thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of the night. We'll do it again tomorrow afternoon on Sunday. This has been the Rangers Postcast.